My life is fine. Life is a journey is an often heard phrase. I've used life milestones, birthdays, anniversaries, New Year's, as opportunities to look back on my life's journey. And as I look back today, I see that what I imagined as a sex change to be, a great, deep, dangerous, and mysterious chasm, impossible to imagine scaling, now looks like a small stream, challenging and not impossible to cross. Rewind to 1970. It's a rainy day and Mom is driving us to school. The radio is tuned to a news station. I'm not paying attention until the phrase sex change. Now I'm cautiously alert, paying attention and not wanting to draw attention to myself. I miss the details of the news item, just hearing that there is the ability to change your sex and someone has done so recently. My birthday is coming up and I get asked what I would like as a present. I tell my mom that I want a sex change like I heard about on the radio. In my child's mind, it's simple. You change the station on the radio and hear something different. You change the channel on the television and see a different program. A sex change would be the perfect gift. I'd go to the hospital, get a sex change, fix the girl problem that I had. I knew I wasn't a girl. Other kids knew I wasn't a girl. And often adults didn't think I was a girl either, much to my mother's displeasure. The radio said that a sex change was possible. What I wanted for my birthday was a sex change. I'd be me with the right sex parts. Fast forward to 1998. I nonchalantly enter an exhibit of photographs by Lauren Cameron. The photographs are huge, and Lauren is life-size in them. Here, he is in a pinstripe suit, confident, self-assured. Over there, he's in overalls, muscular arms bare and exuding power, confidence. And here he is, naked, standing, peeing. I am calm on the outside. On the inside, I am disturbed. My brain is racing to try and process the information. Denial is easy, familiar, and takes control of the chaos inside me. This is not me. I know who I am, and it is not this. I get through the exhibit, buy the book, Body Alchemy, chat with the author, have it inscribed to my lesbian partner and me. Yes, I'm disturbed. I was disturbed by Donna Ferrato's exhibit of battered women's faces and bought her book too. This is the same. It will pass. It doesn't go away when I put the book away. I read and reread the introduction. I feel compassion, sadness, longing, fear, shame, and more fear, paralyzing fear. Something inside me has been awakened. Older, wiser, the sex change in my childhood dreams comes back to me without the simplicity and clarity of my youth. There are many complex layers and relationships to process. The disaster movie plays over and over in my head. My relationship destroyed. My family's shame beyond having a lesbian member disowns me. I have to move away from everyone and everything I know and start my life over. Who will love me? I will have a lonely, empty life. What I have now isn't perfect, and whose life is. I am satisfied. There's no need for a sex change. Maybe if I were younger, in my 20s, I would consider it. I have learned to accept myself, my body. I am content. My life is fine. Through denial and fear, I managed to destroy many of my relationships, even as I was propelled by a more dire fear of the consequences of those left behind if I left my fine life by ending it with suicide. Fast forward to 2002. In the midst of the sorrow and pain of handling the complexities of my grandmother's passing, it was made clear to me that I was a man and needed to live my life, not just survive it. People who had known my mother for years consoled her with statements of how nice that she had a son to rely on and get her through the ordeal of losing her mother. Neither of us corrected them on the son part. Family members I had grown up with deferred to me as the man of the family. As I unconsciously stepped up as that man, I was pushed along by the equally unconscious acceptance of those around me. Before the core family members departed, I let them know that I would be living the rest of my life as the man that I was. I thought that this would be a surprise. Instead, there was recognition of what was collectively known, acceptance of what had always been just beyond the consciousness, and relief that the known was named. and relief that the known was named and out in the open. I was embraced and assured that I was loved and supported by them all. Back to the present. I didn't recognize it at the time, but looking back over the journey, it is clear to me now. My fear kept me from living the life I imagined for myself. I knew who I was and denied my authenticity because of fear. As this journey has continued, I can see that fear kept me from moving forward and making the decisions that were right for me. Once a decision was made, it was followed by calm recognition and acknowledgement of what was known deep inside. Facing my fear, acknowledging that it is there, forgiving myself for being fearful and uncertain, and moving forward in spite of my fear. This is the process that I am getting better at recognizing. It is the process that has allowed me to take the risks that have brought back many of the relationships that I destroyed and heal the pain that I have caused others. This process has brought incredible joy to my life through new relationships and new experiences.